finally come to the end of 2020, right? And right now, as I'm recording this, I think it's the 28th, 29th. So we're finally here. And right now, we got to do some things that's going to ensure next year is one of our best years ever, right? So there's some things that I want to talk about in this video. Obviously, going through the election, going through a period of racism, going through the coronavirus, a ton of Americans losing their jobs, right? Their source of income, rate of divorce has gone up, domestic violence has gone up, any and everything, depression has gone up, any and everything that could go wrong in 2020 essentially happened in 2020. And whether it was coronavirus or not, it just seemed like a lot of people was passing away, right? I don't know too many that passed away from the coronavirus, but I do know on a wide scale range of things, people was passing away left and right. So with that being said, what I want to talk to you today about is actually how to make 2021 the best year ever, right? And it's going to be the best year in certain phases, regardless. What you want is your goal, right? That's going to be the most important things. But we want to talk, how do we make 2021 the best year possible? And I'm not saying from a worldly thing like a pandemic or the stimulus checks, right? Those are things we can't control. But how do we strategically position and set up ourselves to have the best year ever? So I want to talk about that, and I want to let you guys know and dive deep right before we hit 2021. I want to make sure you got these things covered, or you can at least move into January and February and try to figure them out and then set it up and go at that particular point. Because the last thing I want you to do is be relying on outside sources and for your life, for you to have a magnificent life just based on outside sources. I don't like outside sources. They're great, but I want to go into something with a plan, right? I want to go into 2021 with a plan. For your business to have a plan, for your life to have a plan, for your relationship to have a plan, right? Because if you have a plan, you're essentially going to get the most out of that particular year. So let's jump right over to the whiteboard. We're going to be diving deep about it. Let's go. Hey, so I got 4 behind me. I got the 5th one, but I'm going to reveal that at the end of the video, right? It's going to be the end. So I want you to stick to the end. I think it's the most important thing that you can actually do right now in order to move forward, right? So a lot of this stuff up here is everybody knows it, right? What do we do it or not? I don't necessarily know. But if you don't know it, I want to put it out there for you. That way I make sure you get the best information right now from looking at this particular channel. So let's jump right into it. Number 1, accountability partners. I don't know how important this is to you guys, but for me, it's very important, right? And the reason why is because in life, if you don't have accountability partners, if you don't have a board of directors, that's what we call them. If you don't have a group of people that can hold you accountable to your standard, you'll essentially just go with the flow. And the only thing that goes with the flow is dead fish, right? So you don't want to go with the flow. You want to have somebody that's going to be able to sit there and hold you accountable to what you're looking to do, what you're looking to accomplish, right? So we talk about, right, if I wanted to go work out, right? And wanted to work out, and we had some very hairy goals, right? If we wanted to go work out and we started showing up at 5 o'clock, the best thing to do is actually get a partner that's going to show up with you at 5 o'clock, right? Because now we hold each other accountable. Their success depends on me showing up, and my success depends on them showing up, because we can work out together and push each other, right? But 5 a.m. is pretty early, and a lot of you guys know that. So if you're not up, if I'm not at the gym, what do I get? I get a phone call, right? Or if they're not at the gym, what do they get? They get a phone call. And I let them know, hey, I'm here, I'm showing up, where are you, right? That's the first thing you need, because a lot of times we've gotten into a habit of letting ourselves down. So we got to figure out how to get in the habit and how to be accountable to somebody else. It's just like a job, no different than a job, right? The boss holds me accountable to get my job done. That's the reason we get it done, right? Without a boss, nobody to hold you accountable, less likely for the task to get done, right? So that's number one. Find you accountability moving forward, accountability partner moving forward that you can actually grow together in this journey that you're going on in 2021. Plan of action that you can commit to, right? Plan of action that you can commit to, right? With real estate investors, if that's cold calling 4 hours a week, get your plan of action that you can actually do it, or 4 hours a day, right? If it's door knocking 50 doors a week, if it's putting out 500 bandit signs, is it making sure RVMs are scheduled? Is it sending out 1,000 text messages a day, right? We want to make sure there's a plan of action that we can commit to, things that we can bite-size things, objectives that we can go ahead and bite and take care of. That way we make sure we're doing something. Because the worst thing you can do is get hairy, audacious goals. That's crazy, right? Not saying you can't achieve anything, but you want to work there step by step, right? So if you never put out 100 bandit signs out in a week, why are you setting a goal of putting 500, right? You probably need to go ahead and let's knock out this 100 in a day. Let's see if I can do 100 in a day. And if I can do 100 in a day, let's see if I can do that 5 times a week, as opposed to just saying, hey, let's put out 500 a week, because the human in us, in the comfort zone that our mind exists in, is going to say, we've never done that. What make you and I think that we can do that now, right? So get some actionable steps that you can be accountable to right now and that you can commit to right now. Learners are earners, baby. I know I probably haven't talked about this on this page, but average CEO reads 52 books a year, right? If you're a CEO, you need to be reading 52 books a year. And when we're talking about average, these are the average of the 500 companies, the top 500, the Inc. 500, right? So we're talking about big time corporations. The average CEO reads 52 books a year. That's beneficial to you. So you want to make sure that you're actually going out there, you're picking up a book. If you haven't started yet, Audible is a great book. You can probably check the link below. I have my code down there. You can go in there and sign up through Audible. It's a great source. That's what I learn and listen through. But it's a great way to pick up books. I read a ton. I think in the last 3-4 years, I think I've accumulated over a month of listening time, right? So the person, there's a saying, the person that picks up the book is not the same person that puts it down, right? So that lets you know, that'll give you insight on things. I recently just had my wife, she just started reading. The first thing she said, wow, it seemed like I'm finally woken up, right? She read, and this is a good one to start you off with, Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. That's a great book. If you want to start that out for 2021, I highly suggest it. It's great. Everybody that's ever read it, they had their eyes open and eyes peeled moving forward. So next one, get new friends that are about your future. That is huge. That is huge. So many times our comfort zone tells us to get friends that are from where we're from. Right? Get friends that are, their past is just like our past. But the thing that's the most important is we need to get friends that are about our future, right? If we are future millionaires, we need to get future millionaires, if not millionaires, as our friends, right? If we're looking to get a 6-pack abs, we need to work with somebody or become friends with somebody that is working and trying to achieve that same goal of being fit. Now, they don't have to go for 6-pack abs, but they just need to have a fit lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle. That's somebody you probably want to be a part of, because let's face it, your level of friends is what you're going to be, right? You show me your friends, I'll show you your future. It's no different. Jim Rohn has a quote. Your top 5 friends, who you hang around with, the top 5 people you hang around with, your bank balance is going to be about $5,000 difference. Everybody's bank balance is going to be about that. So if you have $5,000, your friends probably only got $5,000 to $10,000, right? Those are the people you hang around. If you're broke, your friends are probably broke or have about $5,000, right? So it's only a little bit. Everybody, birds of a feather flock together. You want to make sure you get new friends. Now, number 5, I think it's most important out of all of these, and I want to talk about it. Goals. Whatever your goal is, very, very important. I need you to write your goal down. I need you to commit it to a piece of paper. Not just today, Not just one time starting the year, but I need you to commit to it on a daily basis. And this is no different than a business. This is no different than a school teacher. This is no different than a football coach. That's where I'm from, right? There's no difference in this. You need to write your goal down. You need to look at your goal every day. You need to write it down. I highly suggest writing it down every day. The reason why you do this is because you want to make sure all your focus is going towards your goal, right? 9 times out of 10, we say, hey, you know what? I'm going to do $100,000 this month. Before you know it, we haven't looked at that $100,000 goal all month. Then we get to the end of the month and we're like, did we hit our number? Well, outside of the first of the month, we have yet to even look at that number and realize that that's our goal. So the actions that we took between the month fell short of hitting that goal because we weren't focused on that goal. Maybe we was just focused on this deal. Maybe we was just focused on this close. But we need to understand and know our goal every day. That way when we wake up with a purpose. We understand what today is all about, and we go to sleep understanding what tomorrow is all about, understanding what this dream is all about, understanding what this vision is all about, right? No different from Apple, no different, like I said, a football coach, right? If they talk about winning this week is probably going to be important. Everything that they do is probably going to go off the decision, does it allow me to win this week? Right? And that's one thing that I like about it. When you understand your goal, making decisions to get there becomes pretty easy. When you don't understand your goal, making decisions to get there is wishy-washy, right? We don't know what it looks like because we don't understand what the goal is. But when you can sit there and you have a decision to make and you're at the crossroads, do you say, hey, do I pack up my bags? And then you look at your goal and your goal say, no, you got to do this. Okay, no, I can't pack up my bags because I got to do this. How about we make a right turn? We need to pivot. How about we add more fuel to the fire and blow it up a little bit more because this is the goal we're trying to achieve. And if we do anything else, we're not going after this goal. We're going after something else, right? So it makes your life a whole heck of a lot easier when you know the vision, you understand it, and you actually got an achievable goal, right? Now, what I want you to do, if you're a wholesaler, real estate person, right? There's so many strategies out there. I've even taught a couple on this YouTube channel. So what I want you to do is get specific about which goal you want to do this year. Not your career from a real estate investor, but get excited and know your goal and what you want to do for 2021, right? Whether that's wholesaling, whether that's rentals, whether that's Airbnb, whether that's owner finance notes, whatever you're thinking about doing, get serious about it and only have that goal. And if you achieve your goal in 3 months in the first quarter, right, maybe you can figure out some other things and start allocating some money somewhere else. But if you haven't hit that goal, just keep focusing on that goal, because too many times we try to do everything and we end up doing nothing. We end up in the same spot. We wonder why this Christmas was just like last Christmas, because we're doing too many things, right? Focus on the one thing that you want to accomplish this year and don't stop at anything. Do as much as you possibly can to get to it. And when you think that's enough, do more, right? To guarantee the results. One thing I always talk about people when I tell people, they walk in there and their first goal is this: hey, you know what? I want to do one deal. And this is a great book, 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. I want to do one deal this year. So what's the mistake? People go out there and they do enough activity to get one deal. The problem with that is that you end up with no deals. You gotta get enough activities to get 10 deals. And if you can do enough activity to get 10 deals, you'll end up with one. You probably end up with about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but you gotta do the activities, because the activities is what's gonna lead to that particular goal. You remember what I said? Plan action that you can commit to. Plan action that you can commit to. You gotta do that. So with that being said, thank you for watching. I know it's been a long video, but I had to make sure you get this information moving forward into this year. Hey, so if you got your goals written down, let me know what you would like to achieve moving forward in 2021. I know I got some big, hairy, audacious goals, but I'm literally focused right now. I'm planning the action. So definitely let me know. I love to hear from you guys. Hey, if you found value, make sure you don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I love you guys. Appreciate it. Take care. Hey, don't forget, keep winning.